guys, it's Yolanda and welcome back to my channel. I feel like the older I get, the more self-aware I am, and I'm really considering the influence I have on other people through my words and behavior, and also just how it influences my emotions as well. So if I'm around negative people, I will tend to feel down, but if the people I'm around are uplifting through their words, through the way they behave, if they're motivated or have a drive to do something amazing, then that uplifts my spirits anyway. And so I really want to be like that. I want to be that person that people feel good around, rather than feeding negative things into them. I'm really into relationships and friendships and how people can impact each other, and I think that goes in with love as well. So there are times when I feel like not unloved, but you don't feel like you're getting enough. Not to sound ungrateful or anything, but you do realize that people do love you, but you're not exactly feeling it. And I think as I explained, you get what I mean, but if you do, then I'm glad you're on the same wavelength as me at the moment, because I don't feel like I'm making much sense, but hopefully I am. So I was kind of reading over friendships, relationships, and I was watching a video, and a psychologist explained about different love languages, and I was like, love languages? Like, love is love, right? Well, I understand obviously there are different types of love, but I understand what I mean by love languages, so I'm going to try and explain that to you a little bit. But essentially what it is imagine two people speak two different languages. Obviously they're not going to understand what each other need because their languages are so different. That is basically it in simplified terms. So love is very similar to that in respect to we all love in different ways. We like to express love and receive love in different ways. And he's saying this is being broken down into 5 different categories. And we have a preference of 2 of them that we show to other people and we like to receive. And we can realize our love language by the way we express it to other people. Different love languages he explained were quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, gifts, and acts of services. And I'll just briefly explain what these are. So words of appraisal is basically people showing that they love you through saying that they do. Also telling you that you're appreciated, supporting you verbally. And physical touch, obviously hugging, kissing someone, even a touch on the arm, just very, physical with you and how they deal with you. Acts of services, so if someone did something that they didn't particularly like but they know that you like it, then you feel loved in that way. Just small things like washing up, helping you out with your project, those kind of things. Gifts sounds really materialistic, but not too materialistic. It's basically someone showing you that they love you through giving you things. So it doesn't mean that every day buy you a Pandora bracelet or something, but even small things like a handmade thing, giving that to you and showing that I appreciate you, so I'm giving this to you to show you that this is a token of my love, basically. But quality time is when they make time for you, they sit down with you, and it's not much about the quantity of it, it's more the quality of it. So they sit down with you on this and give you their undivided attention, taking time to get to know who you really are and getting to know what it is you want from life, basically, and just being with that person, appreciate someone's company. So those are the 5 different love languages. Research actually shows that after life changes, one of the biggest reasons why friendships break down is because of lack of reciprocity. I'm actually surprised I said that word properly, because it actually takes me quite a lot of time to rehearse it, but yeah, lack of reciprocity, which is basically people, you feeling like you're unloved, like people don't give you the same kind of love that you're feeding to them. And so I feel like understanding someone's love language will essentially deal with that problem, because even though someone may be feeding you the love that they want to be feeling, if it's not your love language, you're not going to appreciate it as much, just because that's just not how you feel loved. So getting to understand someone's love language will essentially help you to compromise. If you know that your love language is words of affirmation and someone else's is physical touch, they're not gonna words of affirmation is not really gonna help them feel the way that you want them to feel. Rather you have to sort of compromise and say, well, next time I'll touch you on the arm when I'm saying it, or I'll pat your back or something. It's not all the time hugging. I used to have a friend, and she loved, I think, thinking over it now, her love language was physical touch, but I'm really not that kind of person. I really wanted to be that kind of person that just runs up to you and hugs you and all of that, but it's just a bit forced for me. And yeah, so every time she would come to hug me, I'd be like, yeah, but, it's just not for me. So I kind of feel if I'd known that before, I would have made more of an effort to give that kind of love back. Yeah, and it would have helped the relationship a bit. But no, it just didn't come to me that way. Like, finding that out has actually been so helpful to me, because it really explains why sometimes I may feel hurt when people, I don't know, when people don't make time for me, I guess. My two preferential love languages are words of affirmation and quality time. So for me, although I love my time alone, I also appreciate when people can make time for me, and it doesn't even have to be going out to somewhere spectacular. It's literally just being with me and trying to get to know who I am. It's more about the quality of the time that we're together as well. So yeah, literally just sitting down together, having laughs, like, those are the things that mean the most to me. It kind of explains why sometimes I'd feel hurt, because I feel like with friendships, there's always that stage when you're getting to know someone and literally you're talking all the time. So then for me, it's like, oh, I feel loved because this person is taking their time to talk to me all the time. But then there comes a time when that kind of just, plateaus, and you start talking less, and I kind of feel like, oh my gosh, what's happened? Like, what have I done something? Or yeah, and then now I can actually realize that, that is my love language, and maybe not jumping into that too quickly and thinking that someone doesn't like me anymore, doesn't love me anymore, because they're not spending as much time with me as they were at the start of it. And realizing that, they have a different love language, and maybe if their love language is the same, then they would be trying a lot harder to maintain that level of communication that they had before. Words of affirmation for me isn't just telling me that, oh, I'm beautiful. It's acknowledging what I'm doing is great, and literally just telling me that, I guess. It's not that you're feeding into my ego or anything. It's just, yeah, it's just how I loved. It helps me to realize that, oh, that's not me seeking attention or something, or it's not me craving attention rather, but it's just how I feel appreciated and how I feel loved. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope you can realize your love language and use that to understand who you are, and also to understand your relationships and friendships that you two have, and better your relationships. So thank you guys for watching, listening, and I hope you like, share, subscribe, comment, and let me know what your love language is. etc. But yeah, it's nice talking to you guys. See you later.